Guys, today I'm going to show you how to, on PC, sadly it's only on PC, how to make a player frequency small all the way down to, I believe the number is 1 inch tall, all the way up to, roughly speaking, 10 foot, 5 inches. And yeah, it's kind of crazy. So first off, what you want to do is keep in mind this can only be done on PC Madden, and it can only be done through rosters. So, for example, you cannot do this in franchise mode. Franchise mode has their own height restrictions. I believe it's 8 feet tall for franchise mode. It's the tallest you can make a player. And then the smallest you can make a player in franchise mode is, I believe it's 5'2". So just keep that in mind when it comes to franchise mode. This is only for rosters. So for example, if you're going to play the mini games, or you want to go ahead and, just play regs and stuff like that, this is the only place you can use these frequency small or tall players. Also keep in mind, you do not need a modded version of Madden in order for this to work. But if you go online, you could be banned, first off, and second off, I don't even think I think Madden Online is completely different rosters anyway, so it's not really going to matter. Starting off right away, what you want to do is you want to save your current roster. So I don't have it on the screen right now, but in order to do that, on the main menu, you just go over to Creation Zone. You're going to go ahead and click on Save. You could also download the latest roster if you want to, or you can just click on Save, and you're going to get a roster file. So this roster file is going to be found in your Documents folder. It's going to be under Madden 26. And if I go over to Saves, you're going to see it is right. If I go ahead and click on Modify here, right here. So most of the time, it's going to be under Official Save. So it could be named something else. You could name it something else. But if you haven't messed with the roster files already, it's just going to be under this simple roster official. So once you do that, you're going to go over to the PC, and I'll leave this link down below in the description. But I know it said Head Coach 09. Might sound confusing. This is what we use to edit rosters on PC Madden. So pretty simple. All you're going to do is go ahead and go over to OpenDB Editor. You're going to click on whatever roster you want. So again, OpenDB file. Click on Official Roster for Madden 26. It's going to open this up. You're going to error down here. Don't worry about that. You're going to go over to Player. Now, recommendation would be go ahead and export this as an Excel file. You could do it in the graph editor right here, but it just makes it a lot easier. So you go to the very top here, top right hand side, export file, and then name it whatever you want. And now it's going to open up Excel. Again, you could do it in this, but I personally would do it like this. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and... So let's go ahead and just go through a player. So let's go through Tyreek Hill. This is also another way you can find it. So type in any player you want. So let's say you want to do Tyreek Hill. Just type in the first name, not the last name. And you can see right here it says Tyreek Hill. And by the way, to get this little menu, Control F. Control F gets you this little find and replace menu right here. So you're going to go ahead and click on that. That's going to take you to Tyreek Hill. And then once I'm on Tyreek Hill's grid, and I go over to the right-hand side, you can see, where is his height? His height is right here. So it's under AB. So what is AB? AB, okay, PHGT. I don't know why I thought there was W in there, but this is the player's height. So PHGT is the player's height. Now, if you want to make every single player super small, keep in mind this is in inches. So, for example, a foot is 12 inches. It can go all the way up to 125 inches. So, you can make them anywhere from 1 inch all the way up to 125 inches, which 125 inches is 10 foot 5 inches, I believe. So, you can make the guy 1 inch. You can make every single player in the game 1 inch tall. Keep in mind, you're probably going to have an issue if you do that because the game might crash. But you can, in theory, do any amount you want from 1 inch all the way up to 125 inches. And again, all you have to do is once you go ahead and select whatever height you want. So let's say I want 25 inches. which would make them around 2'3". You could go ahead and drag this if you want to do if you want to do all the players, or you could just do one select player. So, for example, if I want to do Tyreek Hill, like I said before, I could go ahead and go to Tyreek Hill. I can go to AB in the little thing here, and I see his right here, 70 inches. I can make him now 5 inches tall. What you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and click on Control S, or you can just save it from the menu up here. You're going to go ahead and save that. And then you're going to go back to your franchise editor, this one right here, the Head Coach 09. Click on Import. Find that Excel file. And before you do this, by the way, make sure you close the Excel file. You're going to save it, yes. And then you're going to go ahead and find it in here. And F right there, bam. It's going to say table imported successfully. And if you want to double check your work, so like for example, PHGT right here, you could actually go ahead and I think if you don't, I don't know if you click on it, but you can find it in the little drop down menu if you wanted to check it here, or you could check it in the game when it's actually in the game. So what you're going to do next is you're going to go ahead and go over to the left hand side here, click on save, and it's going to say file successfully saved. Now, when you go back into Madden, you're just going to load up that file, that roster file, and Tyreek Hill will be exactly 5 inches tall. So, it's that simple, that easy. Again, depending on what you want to make them. If you want to make them 5 inches tall, 10 feet tall, whatever. It just kind of, it pushes the boundaries of EA Sports' games. So, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. Want to make a quick tutorial on how to do this? I know a lot of people do this on YouTube. They love posting videos of super small and super tall players. So here's how you do it. See you guys next one.